I told you right after we went to break that I had a question. Do you think there will be an announcement? A, I'm taking my talents to
I hope he doesn't. I take my talents too. That would be hokey as hell.
well, not quite those words, but you talked about his last chance. And even remember, that was in 2010
Yeah,
when he did that.
that
Not
was so long
one,
ago.
not two, not three, not nothing.
So one Mr. LBJ, LeBronius, Thaddeus Jameson.
That's awesome. It's so funny because we're just talking about like D&D and some other stuff. Like that's such a great, like that would be an awesome like NPC name. That would be like a side character that thinks way too much of themselves and like how they pronounce themselves, and it's not even their real name, but it's
really
how they.
name.
Let's talk about LeBron James. So
Yeah,
basically, what I find kind of funny is the back and forth around LeBron not playing for the Lakers. You have the social media announcement from LeBron basically saying that the Lakers can move on without him. But then you have the Lakers camp. So the two of them have their own, stories going on.
sure.
So
It's called saving face.
the truth is somewhere in the middle, and then it's kind of trying to figure out where it is from there, right? Rich Paul went on with is it
Max Kellerman.
Kellerman.
Yeah.
So
Rich Paul is the agent of LeBron James. In case
Rich
anybody
Paul is LeBron James' agent, and he
long
had
time agent.
Oh, very long time.
Yeah.
And agents for a lot of other people too, but his obviously his bread and butter is LeBron James. He had a conversation with Max Kellerman where basically, and I'll show it up over here, small side, and we'll expand from here. But basically, the idea is this is a screenshot from that interview. I blew it up so that I can get as much of the whiteboard as I could. This is a conversation that he had with Max around LeBron's future in the NBA, what he's thinking about, what he's considering, who he is looking to potentially play for. Okay, so let's blow this up a little bit more. We have LeBron here in the middle, right? And then, interestingly enough, it's less about the individual teams. It's 4-man lineups that he would like to play with. So, starting at the top left here, we're talking about Philly. They have Maxey, and I don't know why the star is there, but you have Edgecombe, you have Brown, and Embiid. Why the star is there, my guess is maybe would James play more of a point forward and then Maxey would play off ball, maybe?
I would read the star as this is where he's leaning. Well, it's first off, let I think we got to start off with what we talked about off stream.
Yeah.
Remember who wrote this board? He is
Rich
an
Paul.
agent.
Yes.
He is an agent. What is the number one job of an agent? To sell his client, to get people talking about his client, etc., etc. Nothing on this screen that is written was accidentally written.
Oh no!
By any stretch of the imagination.
No! Rich Paul didn't put this up in front of Kellerman, in front of his entire audience.
He may have just drawn it up there, but my man had decided what he was going to put up there many hours, days before he went on that show. So make no mistake, there's nothing on this. It may have looked like he was just drawing it up there. There's nothing that's up there that is up there by accident. That asterisk is to make all those other teams go, well, why is there an asterisk? I should have an asterisk. We'll get into the
only reason why I bring it down, the only reason the only reason why I bring it up, and I'm just bringing it up at face value, is you could be 100% right. The only reason why I bring it up is because it just happens to be right next to Max season.
Sure,
that's it. It's just more kind of just calling it literally as it stands. Now, granted, you could be right. And there has been a lot of talk around Philly being a strong target for LeBron right now, given how they're brought up, especially since they just got Brown. I think that he sees that he could come in with a good two-man duo with them and make some shit happen. And then if Edgecombe is everything you're telling me he is, we know who Maxey is.
Right.
We know what Embiid can do in the right circumstances.
Sure. When healthy.
I mean,
those 5 or 10 minutes a year that he is. I'm breaking this down. I'm going to probably do the, hyper psychoanalyze here for a second.
Sure.
This is how I see it. Jumped out at me when I first saw it. I think that his top two choices are at the top. And his bottom three, not bottom three choices, but outside, the guys that aren't going to, teams that will not get him are the bottom three. So the Mitchell, Wiggins, Giannis, Bam, Ant, Melo, McDaniel, Gobert, Murray, Johnson, Gordon, and Joker.
So you're saying it's more of a top bottom than an inside outside?
I see it's a top
bottom. Okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that, actually.
Very much top bottom.
Because that's an interesting take. And you know what?
And do you see who is at the top left?
See, so, and again, I think maybe it isn't inside out. Maybe it's more, again, so this is Rich Paul. So maybe the inside of it is him thinking of it from more of from just a business dealing perspective. He might be able to make work. And again, and I brought this up with you earlier, but one of the things that Rich talked about was LeBron right now, given all of his money that he's already made and all the money that he can still make, he's not totally opposed to taking a veteran minimum.
Of course.
Right? Because he doesn't need the money for the ring chase.
Right.
So maybe what this is maybe a bit of that inside piece. It might be more of a quadrant kind of a situation. You know what I'm saying?
Fair enough.
It might be more of that inside piece where he feels like if he can get in with these teams, he can win a championship. But then, like you said, it's more of the from again, this is Rich Paul's view, not necessarily an entirely LeBron's view. Obviously, that textures what Rich Paul's thinking about, but it could be something where he's thinking about, like, because okay, so obviously, if they were really trying to talk about, putting in, and the reason why I bring that up is because they listed individual players.
Yeah.
Here on the inside, it's lineups that LeBron could play with here. Sure. Now, you might be right where the top two are the maybe the top two choices, and then the other three are the bottom three. Because you still have Steph and Draymond up at the very top left, right, outside of the matchups. And the big thing is there's been some talk around, and I don't know why. I still can't figure it out. But for whatever reason, LeBron wants to play with AD.
Oh, that the reason is simple. AD and him share the agent.
Sure.
They want AD to get his extension, his contract extension. That's what that is. So the reason that AD doesn't want to play in Washington, now he'll say it's because he wants to be a winning program, et cetera, et cetera. The reason he doesn't want to play there is because they said they weren't going to extend him.
So
James Bowie 1372 said, Maine, we're talking about a 42-year-old overrated player as if he was 25. I'm sick of Braun.
1372.
I'm sorry, it's going to come back. I clicked on it too many times. I'm sorry. It's just going to keep doing it.
It's all right.
I'm sick of Braun.
New feature, but
James
you know
Bowie,
what?
1372
The other thing is I get different voices. I have different voices.
Different voices. That's awesome.
I have various different voices. So then, even if I have the ideas, if I click on different ones,
from different ways. Yeah.
So,
yeah, you're not wrong.
You're not.
You were not wrong.
Understand that we're not talking about it from the perspective of that we agree with either the league or ESPN or Fox Sports or everybody else that for
glazing, all the glazing, as the kids would say.
It's almost 1 a.m. on Mountain Time. Let me lay it out for you. Ian knows I'm tired of everybody licking LeBron's taint.
Yeah.
As well. And you called it in one, dude. You nailed it in one. 100%. But
the glazing is amazing.
Here's the trick. I'm looking from it more from the perspective of he is going to land somewhere. He is going to be a body on a starting lineup somewhere. So then what does that mean for the league? What does that mean for the matchups? What does that mean for how like the hype is one thing, but LeBron, I'll give him and look, Ian just gave the closest thing to giving LeBron flowers as he's ever gonna give. And I see that as a very fair take. But he is going to end up somewhere.
Yeah.
At least for one more year. If not two. If not three. I'm
not one, not two,
not
three. Okay.
The trick is my concern is okay, where's he gonna go? But then where is he likely to go? What can Rich Paul actually make happen? And then two, is he actually going to be a benefit or a detriment to that team? Because a lot of that's just going to depend on just lineup and just roster and just like synergy. You know what I mean? Because it's not that LeBron can't do anything.
No.
But he definitely can't do everything now.
Well, he's not that guy anymore.
Not even close. It's
which is one of the things I want to eventually get to as well. We maybe not jump to it quite yet, but if he just is a ring chaser, does the ring count the same? Let's say he goes and glams on to the Spurs. Since the Spurs are written there, I'm gonna start knocking teams off of this list is what it kind of comes down to.
We're gonna get you, James. I see your comment. I agree, but we're gonna keep the flow. Ian, you keep going, man. You're on it.
So we'll start with the Spurs. If he goes and glams on to Wemby and tries to win a championship with the Spurs, whose championship is that? The knock on Kobe has always been, well, Kobe has 5, but those first 2 or 3, Kobe was number 2. He wasn't the one. It was Shaq's team. That was always the knock on Kobe. All the LeBron fans would say that. They trumpet that as much as, well, the number doesn't count because Kobe, he was with Shaq and Shaq was the better player. Shaq was 1 to Kobe's 2. If LeBron glams onto a team like the Spurs just to try to get his 5th, sometimes depending on who you're talking to, 4th ring. Did the bubble count? I don't know. Anyhow, is it the same? Does it count the same as that other guy from Chicago's who got 6 and was the man every time?
So
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think
here's the trick. Here's the trick.
I think it affects his legacy. And
so
LeBron, here's my
argument. Here's my argument about Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
You talk about Shaq, because Kobe went on to win championship without Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's an interesting stat? Kobe never won a championship without Derek Fisher.
Well, that's because Derek Fisher was really the one that was carrying that team.
Well, I mean, of course.
Big Shot Bob and Derek Fisher.
But even Big Shot Bob, all 5 of, because Derek left and then came back.
Yeah, he did.
All
Derek
5
left and won a title, if I remember correctly.
All of 5 Kobe championships were with Derek Fisher.
Yep.
So let's keep it 100, because you gotta understand that Mr. Bean,
Kobe Bean, R.I.P.
was a 18-year-old rookie. Now, granted, he played in Europe and got a lot more experience than another 18-year-old would have. But he was 18 years old when he got on with the Lakers. And yeah, sure. You know what? But here's a trick. How much easier was it for Shaq to get those championships with Kobe? Right? How much did he struggle in Orlando? It wasn't all Shaq.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And you can argue a lot of it was Phil being Phil. And
Phil was pulling the right
strings,
pressing the right buttons, whatever version of that you want to go with. No, for sure.
Okay. So, Ian and I are, if anything we're good at is going off on tangents, but I can't let a truth not get told when I see it in my face. But
yeah, so
LeBron
the knock on Kobe again, and I'm talking from the versions of the fans of
the
LeBron,
arguments for LeBron
was always like, oh well,
like,
LeBron's better than Kobe because of da 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 da. Okay, if we're going with that logic, careful when you start doing these things.
Exactly.
Because if he goes to, let's look at the team. So if he went to the Spurs, he's not the best player. Period. Like I'm not positive he's the second best. So, but he's definitely not the best.
It's he wants to find some place where he could potentially win and then also solidify his legacy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
so if he went to Philly, he could still be seen as the best player. He's not the best player on the court, but he could still be seen as the best player. Like Maxi's better than him now. Brown is definitely better than him now.
He could be the star, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's the trick. It's
if he went back to Cleveland, he's the best player. He's their best player. If not on the court, definitely in stature.
But to be fair, again, looking like what he's looking at from that lineup, even if maybe he would be the better player, you've got like with Mitchell, Harden, Mobley, and Allen there, you've got again, now the trick is, can you make it work and still maintain that lineup? Now, the fact that this was coming from Rich Paul, my assumption is that he's thinking that they can, right?
Sure.
Or is it just him representing LeBron's, like, who he wants to play with? But so Mitchell is not terrible, and you know what? With that four there, LeBron, like Mitchell and Harden, like Harden's a good ball handler. Mitchell's not terrible, but he's not a good point guard.
Mitchell's your scorer. Mitchell's gonna do you heavy lifting.
Yeah. And then Mobley at the four,
he
and
plays your Kyrie.
Yeah,
he plays your version of Kyrie.
Yeah.
Harden. I mean, if he can stay out of a strip club long enough, he will. He's not.
Yeah, I wonder if Harden might actually show up just because of the shine off of LeBron.
I don't. I think sometimes there are certain players, people, not even the players.
Yeah,
there's some players. What's the old adage? Maya Angelou, it's one of my favorite quotes that she has. When someone tells you who they are, believe them the first time.
Yeah, it's but
we know who James Harden is.
Well, we know who he is on the floor in general, but given where he is, if they won a championship, it would be despite James Harden. Well, maybe. Now, but again, like here's a trick. He's a petty bitch. I think that especially if he could do it and put a thorn in something between Durant and Westbrook, but also because Harden don't have too many years left either.
No.
Right?
No.
So I think if he can get shine off LeBron, I think he's going to do everything he can to be the number two.
Well, he would be playing almost like your point guard because Mitchell is your scorer. So even though Mitchell's shorter,
Oh,
smaller.
sure.
He's
Harden's always
like Harden, and Harden is a pretty decent facilitator.
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
He is. Yeah.
Mobley,
between him and James, and actually between him and James, that could be a pretty interesting dynamic because they can, like between the two of them, be main facilitator, secondary facilitator, depending on the play and depending on what's going on.
Neither of them are young. Neither of them. I mean, LeBron, like James was saying, LeBron is 95 years old with a walker. So, sorry, I'm putting words in James' mouth. He didn't. That's what I said. I said that. What was he saying? I thought he didn't like Cleveland.
I'll pull it up. Let me do it right this time. I messed you up the first time.
James Bowie 1372 said, I thought he said he didn't like Cleveland, remember? So why the fans would accept him thinking face?
He's not wrong.
You know,
he's not wrong.
Because it's a good story. Okay,
well, that's
so
right.
Let's not forget that LeBron is trying to release Last Dance-esque. He so wants to be Michael. So. Anyhow, he come on with something of your own there, buddy. So he's trying to tell a story, and if this is the last chapter of his story, I think Hollywood. He's been out there for a while, so he's thinking Hollywood. What's a story that everybody always loves? You went back home. Granted, it'd be a trilogy, but you went back home. Home is the only place that tends to accept you, no matter what. Like you can all, there's the saying, you can always go home, and the other saying is that you can never go home again. So it just depends. Yeah. Depends on what it is. In this case, he could go home again. Like they may hate him, but they love him. Like it's their guy. He would go home. Now to follow that same logic though, talking about a place that he left with less than the best of terms, I think we can knock one of those teams off of the list for that very reason. And that team would be the one in the bottom left, starting with a different Mitchell, who no one knows who that is, and a Wiggins, and a Giannis, and a Bam, because the president of basketball operations in Miami has a good memory. And you want to talk about a petty bitch.
Oh, dude.
And I say that with nothing but admiration, to be perfectly honest. I actually that is nothing but admiration.
You want to talk about somebody that just like history.
Pat Riley remembers everything that LeBron said and did on his way out. This
guy is an institution.
Yes.
Now
I do not know that Miami would want him back. They may have wrote their names up there, but I think that's the only writing of the name.
But again, that's why
Pat Riley hasn't written his name up there with a red marker.
That's why it's not on the. That's why it's on the outside. I really read the outside as just kind of, maybe, but not I think that's where I look at the names where they have the actual, not even they don't have the team names listed. It's players. It's the players, 4 players where he thinks he could slot in.
Yeah.
Now, I agree that Miami, Miami would be a problem. But
I think he'd have to work too hard in Miami too. Let's take the politics of it all out. Put LeBron on that team. Are they winning a championship?
No.
Right. If LeBron is 10 years younger, maybe. And even then, I say maybe because that team has a lot of holes. I'm not sure they have 10 players on their team right now. So even if you pull some guys off the scrap heap, which is where they're going to be pulling them from.
But see, here's the other thing too. I really Philly, like kind of more of kind of just that kind of filling, kind of like sliding him into 4 and be kind of a secondary facilitator, kind of gap filler type of thing. On paper, but as far as team dynamic goes, dude needs to go fishing with Ben Simmons. Like, like I'm sorry, but as far as like, I can't slot him anywhere and like feel like he's going to be a like as far as like the morale of the team. Like the only one I could possibly see is maybe Cleveland, but
Cleveland would love him. They would love him. But now if it were, go ahead.
I was gonna say I sure as hell don't want to see him in Minnesota for the very like a lot of the stuff that we're talking about. Io.
So I'll
more so because it would put Io off the floor than
I would if it were just me putting him in the place that I think would be the best. He'd have his best title shot.
Maybe replacing McDaniel and keeping Io.
No, you bring Io off the bench. Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, you put in LeBron.
Again, looking for like
you've got your star. You got your star. Ant-Man's gonna do his thing. You've got a clear.
We're already talking about and LeBron can't play the defense. Io can.
Right. Like, no. That's fine. That's okay. All LeBron needs to do is shade people toward Gobert. So that's he doesn't have to play the defense. Melo,
he's good at
LaMelo's
that.
there.
Yeah.
He's the ball handler. He's the one that can do all the fancy stuff, the running up and down during the regular season. You don't need LeBron for the regular season. You need him in the playoffs. LeBron's your stabilizing factor. You're a guy that goes, guys, I know how to do this. LaMelo, stop dribbling behind your back and closing your eyes. Stop doing that. Just dribble up the court, man. We need serious.
Coach on the
floor, and then you're bringing Io as a super 6-man, which is where Io always has been.
Yeah,
but Io's a super 6-man. Then
he is. No, that's fair. That's fair.
Now the downside of that for LeBron is he's still out west and he's still not making the finals.
No,
he's still gonna have to go through Wemby, and he's still gonna have to go through OKC. And he ain't beating either of them. And so for that reason, I think he goes out. He goes to the
going east.
Yeah.
Because I mean, as kind of aging, which is why I say
again,
Denver is there's still a problem. Yeah. It's we still have to see what we still have to see. Not that they're going to necessarily be like going like very far. But we still have to see what kind of turmoil Portland's going to cause with Ja and Lillard together. Again, it's going to be kind of that like trying to like vote for a third party kind of situation. It's not. You see what I mean?
Throw your vote away.
It's not that they're gonna. It's not that, let's say, like someone like Portland's gonna like necessarily get it. Even they may not even get to the playoffs, but they might cause enough losses where like certain teams were then it's like you need those wins to get in, but you didn't get them because Portland had a good night. You see what I mean? It's like and I mean and the freaking cream team and the Lakers, you never know, like they're going to be one of those teams that are probably going to again I can say it I'm going to take my words and I can say what I can say.
I like the credit
and
scores.
not be racist. I can say cream team all day. But like they're like,
I'm having flashbacks of Prince singing,
them.
Cream.
I see them as a team that's going to take. They're not going to get there. They're not going to get it done, but they're going to take wins from people. The West is wild right now.
Yeah. Well, the East isn't getting easier. It used to be the East was the joke division or a conference, but I mean, the East isn't exactly a cakewalk now.
Are we dealing with a bit more of kind of a? It's crazy because there's a bit of a weird balance going on both sides, but it's clunky. None of this. I think the biggest thing about these moves and all this stuff is not the fact that there's been so many moves. Nothing seems to fit. Like nothing here just looks at me and I would say again, I think Minnesota could be nasty, but like nothing here just looks at me and it's like.
So let's knock some teams off.
I mean, New York, I think is going to be obvious stuff. I think Spurs in New York. Let's knock them off because they're
knock the Knicks out. I think if he went to the Knicks, his legacy is heavily tarnished because they just won the championship.
Well, this is why he said he wouldn't go there.
Yeah. So let's just knock them off. Who's the one that's written right above the Knicks? I can't understand. Who is that?
I have no idea.
Okay. All right. I was like, who's that?
Yeah.
All right. Spurs. I would not. If I were the Spurs, I wouldn't want to bring him in.
No.
I wouldn't. I don't. I mean, you can write it up there as a, coming from the LeBron side, I could understand it. I'm not sure if I'm the Spurs. Why would I do that? I might mess up something that could be good for 10 years, 10 or 15 years for one.
The coach,
and I'm not sure I want to do that.
The coach would never.
No, that's not a Spurs. We need the spot, this type of thing.
He'd bring Kawhi back first.
Sure. Which wouldn't be good either, but sure. Yes.
But you see what I mean?
I agree with you. No,
yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
I think that's a terrible idea. So I would knock them out as well.
Yep.
No Garland. Why no Garland? What is
what was that team? It was because they what was that team? Because they traded Garland.
They traded Garland.
What was the team that traded Garland? I'm blanking.
Garland is out in LA, but the other LA. The Clippers. He's with the Clippers.
He's with the Clippers now, but where did he get moved from?
From Cleveland.
So I think what it's saying is okay. Yes, I remember now.
No Garland.
That was a knock. Yeah, that was a knock against Cleveland because he likes Garland and they got rid of Garland.
Wiggins?
I don't know. Wiggins, maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
Then it's Dan Grant.
Yeah, some of this is just bad handwriting.
Sure.
But I mean.
So,
but whatever. But all
right. So I think Cleveland's a possibility. Philly's a possibility, and I think the Steph and Draymond and the Warriors thing. I think that was great TV. I think he was really thinking about it.
I think for whatever. Again, I think that. There was enough talk. There was enough story pushed out there where, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. You can tell me. You've told me again. You've told me before. And here's a trick. You gave me a reason why he would want to go and play with Anthony Davis again. I have forgotten why you told me he wanted to play with Anthony Davis again.
They're the same. So they have the same.
Because, here's the thing. It's a mental block. And I don't think I'm wrong for it.
No.
There is a mental block in my head around why LeBron has this just and again, we're getting to late hours. LeBron has this hard on for AD that I just cannot figure out. And there's a reason why. Again, you're gonna give me a reason, and I'm gonna forget it 5 minutes later.
The only reason they're connected, the real reason. Now they may come up with some.
The agent thing. Okay,
that's
I don't care about that. Again,
that's why
I'm looking at the basketball on the floor. That's why I forget. So
that's it.
There we go.
That is it. Every single time, the whole Golden State was going to trade. And if I was Golden State, I'd have been like, yeah, no, we're good. We're so good at that part. So no, the Golden State would have had to bring in LeBron. They would have had to trade for, or rumor has it, they would have had to go and trade for Anthony Davis to bring him from Washington.
Right.
The only way they could do that would be get rid of Jimmy Butler, who's hurt this year for the most part this year, because both of them make about the same money, so you could trade them almost one for one, practically one for one.
But Washington actually made a decent decision for the first time in their career, and said
Washington. Well, they have a bunch of new front office too.
Yeah.
So
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
That's
so
right.
Washington was
not that I have any hope, but
sure,
former
Washington
kind of sort of Bullets / Wizards fan here.
Yeah,
guys, I
talked my son out of being that. I told him he shouldn't do that.
That was probably the best advice you ever gave that young man.
He was doing this. He was trying to come up with a team to follow, and he was like, "I think I'm gonna be a Wizards fan." I was like, "Why would you do that?"
Ian knows my story, my history. I am ridiculously crazy because Ian's in Virginia. I'm all the way out in bumfuck Idaho. But up until 2012, I was in Virginia as well. Grew up, born in Virginia, and Washington, D.C. was the closest city with professional sports teams. My father was at the time, Washington Redskins fan. So that also kind of led me there. Shut up. I'm giving the heartfelt story about my history here. You can leave your comments. You leave your comments to the self. No, dude. Let's see now. Yeah. I known you long enough to where I know what your stretches look like. But he's a Giants fan. I can't cure him of the disease. I try, but. So I grew up with some weird, just kind of thing where it was like, let me root for the teams that are close to me, around me, that I could potentially actually maybe go to, because my poor ass family sure as hell wasn't going to be able to go to any place out of state. So DC was just close enough where I might be able to get to a game, maybe, and watch them lose. But I got there. That was a trick.
Yeah.
So DC, unfortunately, has become one of those teams where players go to die.
Yeah. I think that's probably what AD wanted out of there.
Yeah, sure.
The claim is he wants out of there because of that. Here's the real reason. AD wants out of there because they're not going to offer him an extension of $250 million.
Nope.
And they shouldn't.
No,
I wouldn't offer that man.
Team
no.
Should.
Nobody should be offering AD.
Him and LeBron should take their talents off the coast of Brazil going fishing. That's where both of them need to go, along with Kyrie. You know what? Ben Simmons can teach them all to fish. Just Get them all up in the boat. Kyrie gonna be the little small guy.
Back.
Huh?
Ben Simmons is coming back to play in the league, man.
Listen, man. Hey, listen. Ben Simmons' best route from a professional standpoint. Listen, you're talking about someone who's worked for a top 50 company in the U.S. All right. The best financial move, business move I can tell Ben Simmons right now is to be a professional fishing trainer for all of the members of the teams that end up on the boats going fishing. Because it's so funny to me that on the TNT side, like in the TNT, like stuff with Shaq and Barkley and all Ernie and all those guys, where they'd have the joke about the teams are going fishing.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
Absolutely.
Ben Simmons can't get a job in the league. And what does he do? He buys a professional fishing team and goes fishing on purpose. Yeah. On purpose. Now, I grant he's from Australia. Fishing's really big. Like, I mean, look. If I could make somebody as a professional fisher,
hey,
shit,
he won a title. He won a title finally.
Well, sarcasm. Yeah. Well, he did as a fishing champion that in a league that he bought.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. No, he didn't buy. He bought a team.
He bought a team.
He didn't buy the league. He bought the team. He bought the league and then went. But like, it's so funny to me about all like the jokes around the fishing and all that, and then him coming around and then making that his life choice. Simmons just needs to take again. He needs to take these fools and just basically say, "Hey, listen. It's nice out there on that water, son. Peaceful. Yeah. Go out there. We got some beers. Hey, we're all rich. Whatever the fuck you want is in that cooler.
Yep.
We're all rich. Whatever you want down in that cabin's likely down in that cabin. So yeah. Why you gotta worry about all that? Why you gotta go out and work yourself like that? Why don't you? I think Ben Simmons should be hired as an ambassador to talk to some of these people and just talk to them about how good retirement could be.
Gotta save your money, kids. Save your money.
But also, I mean,
save your money so you can retire.
I'm talking about like these, like the Bronze and Hardens that they don't have to like. They're good. They're good, right? It's sure. It's more of them like just you don't have to be in the league anymore, man.
Well, so okay, so here, so talking about that, let's knock another team off because Dallas is written over there on the left, and under it is golf, oil,
golf. I don't know what in Africa.
Macaroons and Africa.
I have no idea.
Bacon, Mako.
Macon is Georgia. Like,
yeah.
I don't know exactly what. I have to like look into a lot of that stuff. I have no, and again, because he has, and I don't know. That's not Miami next to it. I think it's some combination of some kind of business relationship in Dallas and the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia or something like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe they're saying is like maybe there was like business opportunities that.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I was getting to.
That's the only thing that makes sense.
He's not going to Dallas to try to win a title.
No. He already went to LA to kind of expose himself more. Even though what movies has LeBron been in? What movies has he been like producing on or made money off of? Huh?
Yeah, something else that he's something else he copied from Michael. Space Jam.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like Space Jam? Like
Space Jam 2.
Michael didn't have to go to LA for that.
No. And he came up with it
LA
himself.
came to Michael for that.
Correct. Yes.
Just putting a little notch in the belt.
That's exactly.
Also, the whole like, I'm sorry, but also the being the scoring champion and also on the first defensive team in the same year multiple times. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
so, all right. So we're knocking off teams. I think we established that Steph and Draymond, the Golden State part. It wouldn't have worked. It would have been fun for TV. It would have been great to watch for the story and fun of it all.
Kerr would have hated it.
Kerr would have hated it every moment of, because Kerr is not. He's like, look, I had to play with the first guy that was maniacal.
Well, no, but
I'm
also he learned
with
coaching under Phil and Pop and everything else. It's not that it's not that he's afraid to work with egos.
Oh, no. I don't
understand. I'm the coach.
I'm in charge.
Like you're not and
LeBron has trouble with that. Let's be real. Like LeBron's problems in Miami were because Pat Riley was like, don't forget, you're important, but don't forget, I'll run this place.
Kerr, and the other thing, so people don't know about Kerr's a tough fucking dude.
That's what I was meaning.
Kerr grew up. He was actually born overseas. He grew up with his father, who was a professor teaching English overseas. He was like a top academic overseas who got killed. Like his father got killed while he was it was either while he was over there or while Kerr was back in the States in college. No, Kerr was back in the States in college.
He was in college. That's right. Yeah.
I think it was at Arizona,
Arizona State.
Arizona State. Okay. And his father got killed because of what he was teaching. Like basically it was one of those kind of more oppressive kind of things and
oh sure.
And so Kerr dealt with that and then still played through college and then got himself into the NBA and everything. Like Kerr's not some chump. Like Kerr dealt with some shit, and then played with the Bulls, all that pressure and everything else, and executed, and then went in with the Spurs, and then got pulled up under Pop's wing, and Pop's not some Pop's a tough. It's like going into wrestling and go up into the Hart family dungeon. It's not an easy route, but if you make it through and you get through and you show what you can do, then Pop will just shine your praises,
for sure.
And Kerr's that guy, so no, Kerr's not gonna put up with LeBron shit.
Yeah,
not even close. So
we knock off Steph, Draymond, Golden State, Dallas. So we didn't talk about Brad and Tatum. So Brad Stevens, I think he's president basketball operations, if I got that title right.
And there's some I know there's some connection with Stevens and Rich Paul.
Sure.
But
I think Tatum might be his client as well.
I wouldn't be. Yeah.
So he's not going to Boston.
No.
I don't know how to say that otherwise. Just no. So I already knocked out Miami. I knocked out Minnesota. He wants to be in the East. Like that, him being out West is a bad idea. It would be an interesting one. I think it would be an interesting one for him to play in Denver. Denver's not a big enough market. We're just factually speaking here. If he's going to go to a quote quote smaller market, he'll end up in Cleveland. Cleveland is the smaller market. So, and that's only because of his ties there. So he would love to play in the city of, the greatest city on earth, New York, but he won't. He's not going there.
No. Well, also, like, he just left LA. I think that I think if he's going to go someplace, he's probably going to try and figure out a little less pressure, a little less whatever.
Yeah. That's not New York.
So here, okay. So I'm going to make my final statement.
Yeah, I was going to say
around LeBron right now, and it's this:
you are a sad, strange little man, and you have my pity.
That's it. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say about LeBron. Just figure out your assets, figure out your future financial opportunities, and just go fishing off the coast of Brazil, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
as James was pointing out, we're all tired. We just don't care, man. You've earned it. He has earned it. That was me throwing the flowers earlier. I will say it again. He has earned it. But now we need to take your talents into retirement.
Here's the trick. I think here's the trick. And I think not that this is what's going to happen. But I think what LeBron, and here's the trick. We're thinking about this from like what we're hearing from the different teams and everything like that. We're thinking about this from more of a reality standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's way too rich to think about things from a reality standpoint.
His reality is very different,
right?
I mean, that's
so.
Yeah.
But he's listening to these arguments. He came into this league guaranteed. He thought he was going to come in and blow away Jordan's championships runs.
That's why he's been hanging around so long. He's trying. Yeah. The only reason. That is it.
Now he's sitting here at the edge of his end with 4. 1 below Kobe, who is truly not even, I'm sorry, it's not even arguable. The heir apparent to Michael Jordan is Kobe.
Sure.
And if you don't fucking get it, then I don't know what to tell you. But Kobe has 5. You know the other person who has 5 championships?
Duncan?
No. Well, the man the man. Well, not. It's more the person. The man that LeBron was compared to first when he got into the league.
Yeah.
One Mr. Magic Johnson.
Which is who he always was. Like LeBron at his core isn't Michael. He never has been. That's why he had to glam on with.
He should have always tried to be Magic, and that was always Magic. That was his probably biggest detriment to his whole career.
Yeah,
was not to try and be or to try and beat Jordan.
Yeah,
if he wanted to beat Jordan, he needed to be more Magic.
Yeah. People used to knock him early in his career for making the correct basketball play, which was to pass. And they're like, "Oh, you're the star. You're supposed to shoot it all the time." No, Magic didn't shoot it all the time.
Nope.
But Magic set up his teammate. He did the smart basketball decision. So yes, LeBron has always been that guy. He doesn't have the mindset to be Michael or Kobe. He never has. He just this is not him.
You know what's so
Now,
sad
he's probably
about
a better
it?
human being.
You know what's so sad about it? Is he had a blueprint. Magic always went against Bird.
Right.
Jordan and Kobe were working off the Bird blueprint. I'm sorry. They're killers.
Yeah.
Bird would literally, Bird would tell you exactly where he was going to go to score.
Yeah.
And right before he shot the shot, insult your mother when he took it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like,
absolutely.
just like that dude.
Yeah. It's a totally different mindset.
Just a killer.
Yeah.
Just a effing killer. And LeBron never was that.
Never.
He didn't have to be.
No.
But.
And that's okay.
Couldn't figure out.
Great.
He tried to figure out how to do it. But now, granted, Magic had the benefit of getting into LA and then having Riley and having
Kareem
team
there and having
just so okay.
Like no one wins a title by themselves. Like So, but
it's like if he stopped to try. If also here's a trick. Here's the other trick. For all their differences on the court, both look at Magic, you look at Larry, you look at Michael, and you look at Kobe. Like, even Magic, comparatively, they like on the floor, it like nothing else mattered. Nothing else mattered.
Sure.
And LeBron tried to get into the mix outside of basketball way too quick. Way too quick. He let himself get caught up in so many different things because when he came in the league at 18, everything was available to him.
Oh, sure.
And that's not a good spot to be in. Both Bird, Magic, and Jordan came in out of college. Kobe came in at 18, but he had the benefit of playing in the Euro leagues younger. So he had a bit more he had professional experience behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Which, even in the Euro, but you learn to play, you're playing as a professional basketball player. Like you have kind of that. So LeBron, who was getting touted as a freaking, before he even really got established in high school,
Oh yeah.
It's dude just never really had a chance from that perspective.
No.
But at the same time, I think he tried to manufacture. I think he's still trying to manufacture things. Which depending on what industry you go in, outside of basketball, you might be able to do that, especially with the money you got. You could probably manufacture all kinds of shit. But a basketball team's a different thing. And so, so we're thinking there's talk around.
I was gonna say,
76ers.
What's your final call? Let's wrap up.
Yeah, there's talks around the 76ers right now. I don't think that's going to be a good spot for him. Ultimately, you know what? Send it home. Send it home. Send it to Cleveland.
I think Cleveland's his final destination. I think he wants to drag it out. He wants all the hype. He wants all the shine, all the attention, and he's going to end up in Cleveland. That's yeah.
So
I say he ends up in Cleveland.
So I'll ask the same question I started right after the break. Does LeBron do an announcement? Does LeBron do a sit-down interview?
I would like to say I'm taking my talent to. Did you see speaking of, you ever see
he ain't answered this. He ain't answered my question yet. He's not yet answered my question yet.
No, he's not doing.
He's not going to do a sit down.
No, he's not. Please, if he's learned nothing,
I don't. I hope he doesn't. If he does, it's going to be a absolute joke. But
no,
maybe he does it as a. You know what? You know what'd be so funny?
I'm gonna tell you what it's going to be.
Okay. I got an idea, but you tell me.
He is going to send a memo, a 1-page fax, and I say fax for a reason. And it's going to be that he's going to end up in Cleveland, and he's going to write on it, "I'm back." That's going to be so that he can steal yet something else from what Jordan did. So that will be Jordan when he came back. Just in case you don't know what I'm talking about, Jordan when he came back from retirement. When he was in Chicago,
that would be inside
he
baseball.
Sent the fax, and that's all he said was "I'm back." Those two words. That's it. So that's what LeBron's gonna do. He's gonna send a tweet because that's our version of faxes now. And it's gonna say "I'm back," and that's it. That's all he's gonna say because he's not an original. He's not an original by any stretch. So. Anyhow.
So spinning off that, my idea was that he just ends up in Cleveland, just through the normal channels, the normal press. Just it's LeBron is going to be in Cleveland, right? You know what? I would think it'd be great, and I would actually kind of respect. In a way, LeBron hosts Saturday Night Live, and as a sketch, he recreates the "I'm taking my talents to," and they figure out a way to make it even funnier. But then it's like It's kind of well, I have these different teams. There's so much great things with San Antonio. There's so many things, blah 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 blah. And then you have someone come in like on the side and like come like so he's like, yeah, what? Really? Like, yeah? Okay. I have decided to take my talents to Cleveland. And it's kind of that, it's like that, like, no, you're going. It's they wouldn't do that, but I think that would be so like something around those lines where you have this whole like Saturday Night Live sketch with him recreating the whole "I'm taking my talents" and just just playing a joke on himself. And just like owning up to it. And it's like, nah, I'm going to Cleveland. Because I'm sorry, but you're going to Cleveland. It might as well be DC. Sorry, but
at some point, go back and look at if you remember the spoof of Steve Carell where he made fun of LeBron. And he does a spoof of the "I'm taking my talents," and he says, "I'm taking my appetite to Outback Steakhouse." He does like the whole thing. And
he was really, he's the only one that could do it. Really, probably only him, maybe Will Ferrell would be like
Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd is the interviewer.
Yeah. Like
he's like, is there anyone that you haven't told? I haven't told you. Yeah. He was like, am I the only person? Yes, you're the only person. I'm the only person on earth that you haven't told. Yes, you are. You have. I have told everyone else, except for you.
You know what? So. On that note, everybody go look up that video of Steve Carell, because it is a classic, because only Steve Carell can make it happen. So,
absolutely.
Yep. So I don't know what else to talk about here. I think the whole entire league tomorrow, but the entire league coming up is going to be very interesting. And maybe, you know what? Maybe that's what it's all about. It makes the league a lot more interesting because I have no idea right now. Really, you take the Spurs and the Knicks out of it. You have some teams that are kind of still floating in. Minnesota's going to be interesting. You can't knock out Denver, but with Giannis in Miami, everything's going to be very, very weird. Just trying to figure out who leads up into the Christmas/winter break time frame.
Oh yeah.
And you get into the All-Star break, leading right into the trade deadline. Where a team's going to line up right now,
I'll tell you one thing.
I really
it's
don't
all
know.
over the place. This is going to be an exciting year. I'm really looking forward to the NBA season. This is really it's been a while since it was this open, and it is wide open right now. I will say I do know one game that will be, and we'll call it after this.
Yeah.
One game that will be on Christmas Day, without question, will be Philly versus Boston. There will definitely be a game of Philly versus Boston on Christmas Day.
Oh, you got to have Brown versus Tatum. I mean,
absolutely, for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt. There's no doubt that you've got to have that. I think it's gonna be that, and then on the West, you're probably need to have
OKC and Wemby.
Yeah, I was gonna say OKC, Wemby. Yeah. And then, because OKC is a team that really hasn't made a lot of major shifts.
They don't have to. They just need age. They need age and health.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they're waiting on.
They have
age and health.
Yeah, they haven't done a whole lot.
Experience.
I know there's still some talk in Sacramento about moving Sabonis. Not that it matters all that much. But in terms of just kind of wrapping up, like maybe some other potential moves that are going on that I'm aware of.
We'll do that on the next stream.
But I think we're kind of getting to the wind down here. I hope a lot of the major moves.
Man, you say that.
You say that. Heart attack here, man, Jokic has gotten traded. I don't know.
He has demanded a trade out of Denver. He has taken his talents to South Beach as well.
No, he'd go to Texas because there's more horses out there.
Oh, fair enough. That's true.
He'd go to Houston. Oh shit. Okay, no, I'm done. I'm done. Yes. I'm done. Love you all.
Now you're speculating. That is the rare one.
I'm not speculating, but it's more of a kind of a matchup thing. Just but don't know. I'm sorry. Okay, get this voodoo out of my head that I just put in my head myself.
That I did myself. Hello, self.
I love you all. I hope you've enjoyed this crazy random stream, trying to get some semblance of sense about this off season, which is still crazy, especially as we're looking at this madness. Actually, no, I'm gonna take this off I'm gonna get that evil off our screen, because ultimately, I think you know what? If anything out of this year that I might be looking forward to is we could be running into a year where LeBron truly has to face how irrelevant he has become. Because he's going to have to come into a different team, been able to ride his time here with the Lakers, and he's going to have to come into a different team. He's going to have to face reality, figure out that he's finally. That's my hope.
Good call. Good call.
On the best wishes.
Yes.
The downfall of, but
the best wishes.
The best of the best wishes. The downfall of a fake king.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm very curious about this year because, good Lord, I don't know how any of this, even just looking at LeBron's little lineup here, is batshit crazy to me right now.
Sure.
Because the only truly stable team out of the list is Denver. Doesn't even have OKC there. Sense. He doesn't it's none of it makes sense. And so I think he's riding on that.
Right.
Because you're moving your puzzle pieces around.
I am. I was completely.
There's a funny little design there. Are they all question marks? Is that the trick?
That's because it was the question.
That's good. That's cool. I like how a couple of them are red and matches your shirt. And
I was gonna say, if you look really closely, if I move over, one of them goes through my arm.
Because the green screen. Yeah. That's pretty cool. So with all of our randomness, now we had a tough ask of trying to figure out this, and Ian just keeps distracting me as I try to go to the close. With all this randomness, I think if anything else, if it ultimately gives more excitement, more attention, and from my perspective, more true kind of balanced matchups in the NBA, which I think is kind of what they're trying to lean towards here, which is why it's kind of exploded.
Yeah.
I think that's what they're kind of maybe trying to lean towards. That's kind of where I'm more excited to see. It's just pure, just raw, just like match,
basketball.
Like where any given night,
right,
I can see a great game.
Oh yeah,
because it's not going to be. I'm not going to see a blowout.
The Thursday games, the Tuesday games, yeah, they're going to be amazing this year.
That's exciting to me. That because anything else, dude. Because I haven't been excited about the NBA for a while, man.
This last year was really good. It's a sign of things to come. The NBA is also getting back to playing physical, and not, it's getting back to that. Is it getting back to that because LeBron's fading out? I believe so, because they knew that LeBron couldn't handle a league with a lot of physicality.
Yeah, but
that's
you also
a different topic for a different day.
We're gonna have to talk about that because and I apologize. I just realized your audio thing isn't picking up on you.
Oh, the one
when I
well,
talk
yeah,
and then like,
yeah.
hey, that's a glitch. That's on me. Because one thing I would like to have a conversation with you about is that San Antonio OKC.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a whole nother issue here that I'm hoping that the NBA as a league figures out, because you can't have on one hand a team fouling almost unapologetically against one player,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have another player basically flailing around if anybody gets close to him.
Yeah.
Within the same consistently
in the game. Same
like,
game.
not even the same,
yeah,
not in the game, consistently across the series of games.
Yeah.
That whole thing cannot happen again.
Yeah.
That's so yeah, we're gonna have to, I'd love to really kind of break that one down, because that is an absolute disaster from my perspective. Because what OKC was able to get away with through that series.
Anytime you would touch Wemby, they would call a foul. And then Shea was getting mugged and every time down court. And he was never getting fouls called. So that's
none. I mean, SGA was just absolutely just completely robbed. Yep. Hence Ian's shirt. It's
all right.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we got to call it. Hey, thank you everyone who popped on. We really, really appreciate it. Stay tuned for other stuff that we're going to do. We're going to be talking more basketball. We got SummerSlam coming up around the first weekend of August. Another 2-night event that we're going to have to figure out how to get done. Yeah. But this is Getting Work. Signing out.
Later, fam.
Not this